Hi, here are the solutions for the last exercise, the last exam practice exercise we had. The first question asked, find the perimeter of a triangle measuring 125 meters by 100 meters by 75 meters. So perimeter means the addition or the sum of all the sides of a shape. And what shape are we looking at here? We are looking at a triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle. Okay, a triangle is a shape which has three sides. So if this side is 75, the other one is 125 meters, and the other one is 100. Perimeter is the addition of all these sides, which is 75 plus 125 plus 100. If you do your addition, the correct answer should give you 300. So this is the correct answer. Let us move on to the second question. Question 2 asks, a watermelon was cut into 7 equal pieces. If 4 pieces were eaten, what fraction of the watermelon were the remaining pieces? Okay, so let us draw this watermelon. Okay, so this is the watermelon, and it was cut in 7 equal pieces. Okay, we are putting a rough sketch here, so the sides may not be all that equal, but this is just for illustration purposes. Okay, so these are the sides. Let's number them just to make sure there are 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so how many pieces were eaten? 1. This piece was eaten. This piece was eaten. This one and that one. How many in total? 1, 2, 3, 4. So which ones have remained? So let me shade the ones which have remained. This one remained. This one remained, and that one remained. So if you look at this, the ones which remained are 1, 2, 3. So 3 remained out of the pieces which were 7 in total, and this is our fraction. So our fraction is 3/7. 3/7 is the answer. Let us move on to question 3. Question 3 says, express 3/4 as a percentage. Now, to express a fraction as a percentage, always multiply that fraction by 100. So what we are going to have is 3/4 times 100. Okay, so we can proceed as follows. 3 times 100 will give 300 over the number at the bottom here. Always remember that any number is the same as writing it as that number over 1. So if there is multiplication here, this is 3 times 100, and at the bottom 4 times 1. So 3 times 100 will give 300. 4 times 1 will be 4. And what we have here now is dividing 300 into 4. If you wish, you can use long division method just to do it quickly. 4 into 3, it can't. 4 into 30 is 7. 4 goes into 37 times. Then you say you do 7 times 4 is 28. And then we do a subtraction here. 0 minus 8, it can't, so we shall borrow a 1 from there so that this one becomes 10, and this one is 2 now. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So we'll leave it as like that. But then we now say, how many times can 4 go into 2? It can't. So we bring down this 0 here, so that this number becomes 20. 4 into 20, the answer is 5. We write it here. Then 5 times 4, 5 times 4 is 20. So you can see that if we subtract these two numbers, if we subtract the two numbers, they'll give 0, meaning there is no remainder. And that means the answer is 75. 75, this number here. Now we are expressing it as a percent, so you don't just write 75, you need to put the symbol of percent here. So 3/4, when expressed as a percentage, it becomes 75%. Let us move on to the next question. In Hindu Arabic numerals, the Roman numeral LXXIV can be written as. Now for this question, you need to be acquainted with Roman numerals. And in Roman numerals, for example, you have I represents 1. When you have 2 I's, that represents 2. And you have 3 I's, which represents 3. And then you have 4 represented as IV. So I can go on and on, but in case you are not acquainted with this, you need to see a video which is available on the same space that I posted these solutions. You can watch the video just to revise or to acquaint yourself with how Roman numerals work. Now when you look at L, X, X, I, V, L in Roman numerals is 50. X is 10. Okay, so that means if you have XX, well, that will be 20. Okay, so another X is 10. Okay, and you have IV. IV, although there are 2 letters here, IV actually represents the number 4. Now when you add these numbers, 50 plus 10, that is 60, plus 10, that is 70, plus 4, that is 74. Now you can't memorize these principles. You just need to understand the logic behind. You need to understand what I stands for, 2 I's stand for, IV, what does it stand for. Yeah, when you understand that, it's very easy. You simply be making an addition of what the letters stand for. So LXXIV stands for 74. Remember to watch the video which I have posted explaining how Roman numerals work, in case you've never been taught about Roman numerals in class. Okay, so let us move on to the next question. Okay, the question says, find the mode of 5, 8, 6, 5, 7, 6, 5, and 7. Now, first you need to understand what mode is. Mode simply means a number that occurs more times. In other words, in these numbers you are seeing here, which number occurs more than all the other numbers? Which one occurs more times than the other numbers? Now, the best way to find mode is to first arrange the numbers in ascending order, okay, in order from the smallest to the biggest number. So here we're going to start with let us look for the smallest number here. It looks like 5. Okay, 5. There is a 5 here. There is another 5 here. I'll write it here. Okay. So let me get rid of this. Which other 5 is there? There is another one here. Let me write it here. Okay. I think all the 5s are gone. The next number in sequence will be 6. Okay. So I'll cancel this. There is another 6 here. I'll write it and then cancel it from there. What's the next digit? It is 7. Okay, so let me write it here. Then I cancel it from there. Then there's another 7 here. I'll write it here and cancel it there. What's the last number? Okay, the last one is 8. So what I have done is I've simply rewritten the list we had here, but I've written it in order from the smallest to the biggest. Now, mod simply means which number occurs more times than the other one. So if I look at 5, how many 5s are there? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 5s. How many 6s? 1, 2. Okay, 6. There are only 2 of them. Again, 7s are also 2. Then 8, there's only 1. So you can see from this that 5 is more frequent than all the other numbers. And so what this means is 5 is the mod, and that is the answer. The next question says a trader bought cooking oil at 63 kwacha. Okay, he bought it at 63 kwacha and sold it at 49 kwacha. So he sells it at 49 kwacha. What was his loss? Okay, so when you buy something and then later on you sell it at a different price, you either make a profit or a loss. If you sell it at a higher price than you bought it, it means you make profit. If, like in this case, you bought it at 63 kwacha, but you sell it at a smaller number, 49, it means you are making a loss. So what we're going to do is we are going to subtract 49 from 63 to find the difference. The difference is what the loss is. So we're going to do a subtraction here. We're going to do minus. 3 minus 9. 3 is small, so we need to borrow a 1 from there so that this becomes 13. Then this, since we have removed a 1, it becomes a 5. So 13 minus 9 is 4. And 5 minus 4 here is 1. So the loss was 14 kwacha, and that's the answer. Let us move on to the next question. Express 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 in index form. Okay, this is how we do it. We're going to write 6. Oh, excuse this. Let me pick my digital pencil here. Okay, so to express in index form means writing a statement which is in longer form like this, a mathematical expression which is in longer form like this, writing it in a shorter way. So for example, all I need to do is to write 1 6 and then I count how many times the 6 occurs, and that is the 6 occurs 1 2 3 4 5. So the 6 occurs 5 times, and that's what it means to express such an expression in index form. So you write the number itself and then you count how many times it has been multiplied by itself. 1 2 3 4 5. So it will be 6 to the power 5. Okay, let us move on to the next question. So the question says list the factors of 12. Okay, so here a factor, we're looking at numbers which can go into 12 without leaving a remainder. So when you look at 12, so factors of 12 are 1 can go into 12 without leaving a remainder. Then 2 can go into 12 6 times without leaving a remainder. 3 also can go into 12. How many times does it go into 12? 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 itself. Because if 3 goes into 12 4 times, it simply means 4 goes into 12 3 times. How about 5? No. If you try to take 5 into 12, it goes in twice or 2 times, but it leaves a remainder of 2, so that's not a factor. How about 6? Yes, 6 goes into 12 exactly twice. What about 7? No. It will leave a remainder. 8? No. 9? No. 10? No. 12? Yes. 12 can go into 12 one time without leaving a remainder. So these are the factors of 12. Next question. Okay, so the next question was divide 175 divide by 25. Well, the correct answer should be 7. Okay, so there are 7 25s in 175. The next question is the question says arrange the Roman numerals below from the smallest to the biggest. So we have DCV, LXV, CDV. So the first thing is we need to know what values do these letters represent. Let's do that quickly. Once we know the values, it will be easy to arrange them in their order. So DCV, when you convert this into Arabic numerals, DCV converts to 605, and then LXV is the equivalent of 65, and CDV is 405. You can do this in your own time. I hope those are the values you found. So if I were to arrange these in order, I'll start with 65, which is LXV, comma. The next one is 405, which is CDV, and that makes DCV to be the last one because it has the biggest value. So this is the answer. Okay. Wishing you all the best.